Hello guys, and we are back with some more Katawa Shoujo. So this is after the little cat fight that Shizune and Lily had in the last episode. And a funny thing is that the save file for this section is called the Cold War. And I just started laughing uncontrollably. Hey, come on! Cut me and Lily some slack, dude. Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? It's not like I could have done much even if I wanted. That's right, you shouldn't expect the transfer student to jump right into it on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decided to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Oh fuck, I'm supposed to be going for one of these. What? I'll supposed to be going for either Misha or Shizune. Messed up. Whatever. Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help us with student council work, but you refused to commit yourselves to making the school festival a success. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if... I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it'll mean being drawn into confrontation with Shizune. And that is what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back to them. I get back to my seat and shut my ears from the finale of the argument between Lily and Shizune. Eventually, Lily leaves our classroom, and Shizune and Misha cease themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She's probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. I don't get why she had to drag me into the argument. Hanako doesn't come... Oh my god. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock in front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we've covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I know Shizune and Misha also have stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is saying so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Maybe there is pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune after being interrupted by a phone call. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle and Misha struggles to spit out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped and see the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling before and after class, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Okay, fuck you. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me. But in the end, she starts standing without doing either. Maybe if you were nicer, I would have considered. You know? Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously. Well, of course! We're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all of our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws, I think that was encumbrances? Whatever. No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. Shizune's passion speech and then Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello! Hi, Hanako. You appear nicer than Shizune. Please take me away. I look over my shoulder to see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. I'm about to cut you, Shizune. Back off. Shizune stares at her, probably causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by associating of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Satao. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What's she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? No! Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. We were working hard to make the festival happen. And driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manage to berate me any more for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echoed in my head. I feel a little guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. You don't even know about my heart condition, woman. For the festival, it's too late already unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. And clubs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Oh look, they painted a wall again. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms. Hi, Rin. Maybe. Yeah, it's Rin. It looks like she is working on her mural today, too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. Oh, that's bright, actually. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall. She is painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's only half done as far as I can tell. I can see why Shizune doesn't have much friends besides Misha, because she is actually a big jerk to the rest of the girls. Like, to Rin, she was all sassy. To Emmy, she, scared her away or something like that. To Hanako, she fucking scared her away. bleh. And literally, they had just had a cat fight. Misha's like the only person who can stand her. And she can't even stand her that much because she's just signing with so much passion. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I'm going for the girl I actually like. Fuck, she's in there. Go. More colors have appeared and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice-looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her so her concentration won't break. Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. "15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Ren turns his head mechanically to my direction, ending up starting at my crotch level. I love she can tell who I am by just looking at my crotch. Oh, it's a sow. She can tell? I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she was looking at my face. And as to observation, hard at work, I see. The conversation started as if I haven't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good. It does. The layer of paint hiding the other layers, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. But Ren looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. What? Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still looks good. Yeah. It's just a basic. I don't know. It's just a thing that you can't compliment a work in progress. Or something like that. I heard it before. Yeah. I don't remember the reason why. I just heard it a long time ago. It still looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Ren turns to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I am running out of it. She looks down at the half-empty bowl which remains of the same pinkish paint in it. Where's the pink? I see a splash of pink right there, but that's it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin. She looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drents it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she had been skipping school, though, which of course I wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin. Wait, is she in my class? Or is that another girl? Oh my god. I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient enough for her not mix enough in the first place. Getting it as exactly the same tone would be impossible, but at least I can try to get as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guess right. I forgot her voice though. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. What? Because of the position? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about. But it can't be helped. Can't ask the walls to lay down. Oh my god. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. I saw that flinch. There is a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Isao. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yes. Where? At the art club. And? He is blind. Oh, how can you paint if you are blind? No idea. So why is he there? That's the point. He is there. She should really speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. There you go. He can't really do anything you call art, but he comes there anyway and paints. Why? I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I ask. So, he doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with my eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try again. But he's becoming better at sculpting. I see. Maybe she was trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No? Just like I said, they are not very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I am like that boy, or maybe you are. Everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think. And tell that to her. You're a deep one. Nah, I'm really shallow and thoughtless person. I'm a really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at the same time? You can't... I can only think 1 thing at a time. I don't think you could think 4 things at a time. Unless you have, like... No. No, but I do now. But now I do. Right now, I'm thinking of the second floor girl's toilet ice cream flavored ice cream. That sounds fantastic. The middle toe and a haircut. I am going to need a haircut. She takes... I love that movement. Like, and her hair is so, like, not movable. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do. We fall silent as Rin treads around absentmindedly, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I am feeling like I'm treading on a very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. Are you addicted to talking with Rin? Because I don't have a problem with that. I'll just give her a voice. I can't. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes. And I don't dislike art either. I've drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skills. I have drawings right here, right now with me. You guys can't see it, but I like them. I drew Iceland from Italian, and it's my favorite. I drew a baby Iceland, I drew a teen Iceland, and that's it, because Iceland's just a teenager. And then I drew stuff for visual novel stuff. Yeah. It's working out. It's working out because the guy I drew, it's pretty... I like how he looks. And I drew him at random, and then I drew the protagonist, who is a girl. Because, of course, every visual novel needs a straight protagonist. But you can also have homosexuals. I know that this parody visual novel, Swimming Anime Days, that visual novel's amazing. It has an asexual protag, and yeah, but it's over 2 years. It was made over 2 years ago, and they stopped making it. Yeah, I only have 2 roots for that game actually. I haven't even gone to work through, so yeah. I got some of the art and the scenes, and yeah, and how the story goes, and I'm gonna like it when it's done. In like 500 years from now, it will be done. I actually need to stop it here. So usually if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That's kind of true actually. And with that true fact, I'm gonna stop this part here. So I will see you guys in the next part of Katawa Shoujo, and we will be talking to Rin here, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. So bye.